Good day, everyone. I am delighted to be back with you on another episode of Let's Talk Networking. I realize because I was traveling, this is our first edition of 2022. So, hey,
Woo-hoo!
welcome, Denise. How exciting is this? Oh, my
First
goodness.
one of the year. Woo-hoo!
First one of the year. Boy, am I 25 days into it. But you know what? My trip was worth it, and we'll make up for it with many lives throughout the year, I am sure. So great to see you, Denise. Let me introduce my special guest to you today, everybody. So Denise Belisle is a certified positive intelligence coach. Her company is In Emotion Coaching. She's coming to us from Vancouver, British Columbia. She is a serenity expert, a mental fitness coach. She is, I love this, a good friend, a good listener, a fur baby mom. She also does Legal Shield. I know she helps people reduce their stress around legal issues as well. So, Denise, it's so great to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much, Terilee. It's a pleasure to be here. And I didn't know it was going to be the first one of the year. So that's a great idea.
Who would guess that?
Because on the 25th.
That's not how I roll.
but I think it's important that you took some time for yourself. Being a serenity expert, I think it's important that we take some step back, that we take care of ourselves, that we, like nurture our heart and visit people that care about us and that we care for sure.
Oh, you know what? I thank you for that. And yes, the one thing is I want to say is that I don't feel bad about it too. I don't. No, it had been as many people in the world have experienced. It had been like almost 2 years since I'd seen my people, and so no, it was good. It was good. But delighted to have you be here for the first of the year for sure. And I'm delighted to talk to you some more about what it means to do the work that you do. There may be people here who are familiar, unfamiliar, people who need your services. And so if it's all right, let's just go ahead and get to it and learn a little bit more about you. Does that sound okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. So I know that you've had a lot going on in the last year, and I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about your journey and what brings you here today.
Oh, absolutely. I have to say the last year was such a revolution for me. When you say that the last time that I had such a big revolution is when I moved to Vancouver 25 years ago, where I felt like I turned a page of life and then I've discovered different things. But this last year in January, a friend of mine recommended that I jump into a program that I had no idea what that was. And it was positive intelligence. And because I've done a lot of study on emotional intelligence, I was like, yeah, that must be like emotional intelligence. Let's just jump in. But really, I didn't. It started, let's say, at the end of about a year ago now. And I knew it from December. And I didn't even explore it. I didn't search it or anything. It just came. And then and when it started, I was like, oh my goodness. And then I did a course, and then they proposed for us to become trainers into that modality. And then I said, I got to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have to do it. So what it is positive intelligence. And I discovered this modality, which is absolutely amazing. It encompasses what I was doing in the past as with my coaching, but it gives me tools and an app, and they created a platform that is absolutely amazing to help you develop your positive intelligence. And what that is how to foresee the things that are coming towards you that can level down your happiness, and to avoid it, and to see it coming and be more like, aha, I see you coming. No way, you go away. Control what comes to you as opposed to being affected by it. And so I took the course over the 9 months from March to at the end of the year. And then I finally got certified. And just before the new year, on the 30th of December, I received my certificate by email and say, congratulations, you are now certified as a positive intelligence coach. And for me, it's a great achievement because I believe so much into the program. I believe so much into the heart of Shirzad Chamine, the creator of this program. And he wrote a book. If you people that are listening, they want to look it up. It's Positive Intelligence. I know, right there. Positive Intelligence with Shirzad Chamine. And it's an amazing book. It's an amazing program. And it allows you to to find your true happiness and find what it has been controlling your life, the negative things we're telling ourselves. Like, who don't have voices, in their mind? We all have those voices, and the majority of the time they're not really positive. They're controlling us, they're telling us lies, or they motivate us in a negative way. So that's what positive intelligence is to discover who's these voices, and how to play with them, how to control them, and how to not let them affect you. So that's a big thing that for me that I found, and I totally love working with this platform.
Oh, that's amazing. So Lisa Hammett's chiming in on LinkedIn, and she says positive intelligence is life changing. I'm reading Positive Intelligence right now. So do you all know each other, Lisa and Denise? Because if you don't, perhaps you
Yeah,
can.
we've encountered each other through different networking events. Yes.
Yes,
But
awesome.
we definitely should have a little chat for sure.
Yeah, that would be excellent. I can see you two hitting it off amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
So Denise, I know that I'm this is new to me. Okay, so I'm loving what I'm learning. I knew I would learn a lot from our time together. So I know that another thing that you've been looking into recently and really examining is the concept of creating new habits. So can you talk to us a little bit about what it means to create a new habit?
Yes, I'm that's part of, my general coaching program, is to create habits that stick. You want to make changes in your life, and especially now, 25 days into January, how many people have done resolution 1st of January? It's like, I'm gonna be doing this in my life, from now on. And how many of you have abandoned those resolution, because it just, I didn't really want to do it. It doesn't stick and all that. And I'm reading right now from James Clear, Atomic Habits, which is one of his latest book, and it's quite popular now on the bestsellers, right? And one thing, and it's a big reminder when I'm listening to it, that because a lot of stuff, you read books and say, I know about that, but there were so many things that are just details, little details. And one thing that I found was a big aha for me is, if you want to make changes in your life, let's say creating a new habit, you have to start really small. And that's one thing that's where my business is called In Motion Coaching. It's like taking baby steps just to start to be in the motion of making changes. And he talks about taking baby steps of what you want to change. And for example, if you want to go to the gym, let's say, for example, a lot of people say, I'm going to work out every day. And what he says is that if you say that you want to go to the gym, or if you want to run a marathon or whatever, like, the first thing to do is put your running shoes on, right? I mean, you get dressed, but put your running shoes on, which is the first step you have to take in order to get yourself out there. And then walk out the door, make it baby step. The first step is to put the shoes. Second step is obviously put your gym clothes on, but go out the door. And if it's going to the gym, get into the gym. Whether you're at the gym for 5 minutes, half an hour, or 2 hours, at least you made it there. Do as much as you feel like you can, that you have the time for, and all that, and then come back home and then do your other things. But be consistent. Be consistent in your habit, and don't just take that as, oh, it's a new habit I have to build. Become the person that goes to the gym every day or 3 times a day. Become the person that, even if you go for 5 minutes, you go there, you do what you have to do. And if you don't have the energy and all that, and you realize, oh, I have that meeting, but come back and then do your things. But be the person that is empowering that habit. If you want to eat healthy, well, be the person that buy healthy food to put into your house. Be the person, like, don't say, oh, I have to eat a salad. No, be the person that buys salads and bring it in the house and becomes a healthy eater. Or another example that he gives is somebody that trying to quit smoking. And what he says is, if somebody say, oh, do you want a cigarette? And if they say, oh, no, I'm trying to quit. So that person is still a smoker. But if somebody brings them and say, oh, do you want a cigarette? Say, no, I don't smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Become the person that is a non-smoker.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference between the
Yep.
two?
Yes, very much.
So just to become it part of your personality, it's part of who you are, as opposed to that habit that you have to integrate into your life. So it makes a huge difference. For me, when I read that, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to be integrating that in my coaching and also in my own life whenever I want to make differences and make changes.
So powerful. Thank you for all of that. So we are joined here, Denise, by Lisa's still here, I think, and she commented that Atomic Habits is one of her favorite books. She chimed in and said micro habits when you were talking about them.
Baby
We're also
steps,
joined, yes, by Evans Larby and Gertrude Chapman's here. So welcome everyone. We're so delighted to have you. What comes to mind for me is just the whole thing about I was away, and so the idea of what do you do with your habits, and I couldn't wait to get back home and dive back into my house. Now I can take my habits with me, but sometimes I guess we choose, do I go on vacation from any of my habits or not? But it's been great coming back and just getting back into the groove.
The routine, yeah.
The routine. I love my routine. I love the routine I've created. I guess let me say that. Yeah.
Because perhaps if I stop me if I go too personal, but perhaps the person that is in the US visiting your family is not the personality that is the same when you're back home in your hometown that does the different things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In some ways, it's two different person because
it's two different person.
You're the family person. You're the family, the one visiting, the auntie, the cousin, the brother, the sister, the daughter. Who knows, right? But you're that when you're there. You're not necessarily the person that's going to go to the gym. You're not the person that's going to do this or that. So that's probably why you didn't do whatever your regular lifestyle or habits that when you're back home, right?
I think so. I think it's the concept maybe of just the one thing is I don't view my life as a diet. I view it as a lifestyle and a journey. So if I'm going to take a little break from that from something in particular, it's okay because I'm going to get back to it. It's not that it was
exactly. Which is great. It's because it's nice to be able to enjoy the family without restriction. It's like, oh, I can't have that piece of pie, whatever. I mean, you're just there to have fun, and as long as it's in moderation, I'm sure you didn't want to come back home with 30 pounds to get rid of.
No, ma'am. You got that right.
Like a few pounds, 2-3 pounds, who cares? I know I'm going back to my regular eating style, and then I'm gonna get back to my normal and everything will be fine. Right?
Correct. I'm so with you. So I've loved how you've described learning about positive intelligence, your work around habits. Can you dive in and tell us a little bit more about how you help people?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yes, the way I help people is, I was telling you about the app and the interface. We have a program. Like what I do is I offer a 4-month program. And in that 4 months, the first 2 months is almost like reading a book and say, wow, this is awesome information. I get so much out of that. Oh, yeah, I remember learning that in the past. Yeah, this is awesome. And then what you often do is put it on a shelf, and then it becomes shelf help as opposed to integrating the knowledge into what you do. So in the first 2 months, you kind of learn the basic. You learn what is what and how to put yourself like always the French word that comes, bouclier, right? A shell in front of you to protect yourself, right? And how to not be affected by the negative talk that you have. And then the second 2 months is more like an anchor. You anchor that knowledge into your daily habits, your daily activities. How do you act in your relationship? How do you act on your business, working on your business? How do you act with your clients? How do you react to other people's reaction towards you? And so the first part of the program is to actually learn the basis of it. And of course, coaching through all the things you want to work on as you go forward. It's integrative one-on-one. And then the second part is really anchoring that knowledge. And it's like retaking that book and and saying, oh, I love that part. I'm gonna practice working on that part of the book. And so that's what is really amazing is you learn the basis and then you integrate it and you anchor that knowledge. Because positive intelligence, the way we see that is that you have those neurological pathway in your brain that is very strong on your negative thinking and your condescending comment in your mind and all that, and pushing you in a negative way. And what we work on is building the positive side of your brain, building new neurological connection that will, as you build that, the negative one are just going to crumble down, because wherever you put your energy on, that's where you have more power. So we put the power on the more positive thinking and the more positive talking. And so that's the second part, is really building those connections. Really, it's like, that's what we call that mental fitness. It's really like going to the gym and practicing and using the tools. And I have incredible results. Like just today, I was talking with a client just before I call, and he was saying that he has, like, he noticed now that when he goes driving on the road, he was working on his judge, and he noticed that he's not so much stressed out by the people cutting him off or judging how people are driving or judging this and that. And he's just like more quiet. It's like, hey, no, that's my judge. Like, I don't need to do all these negative talk in my mind. That's fine. Let them go, do their thing. I don't care. Right? It doesn't interfere with me. And somebody else was telling me that now he's walking into like meetings at work, and he's not as stressed out as he used to be, because he's able to become prepared to whatever is there in front of him. It doesn't affect him so much, right? He's prepared to say, oh, now I'm thinking that, but that's not me. That's just my avoider that doesn't want me to deal with that, or it's my controller that wants me to take over everything in the office. And no, I'm taking a step back. I'm dealing with it in a more positive way. And so people have had incredible different effect that came to them after using this program, and as they learn to remuscle their brain, like mental fitness, and rebuild their brain the way they actually want it to be.
Well, it sounds like a very powerful program. So I have a question for you. If people are wanting to connect with you, how do you suggest that they do that?
Well, you can either put a comment in the chat, or send me. You have my name there. You'll have my name as tagged there, so you can just contact me, reach out, ask for connection, and I can send you. I can send you a little gift, which is the saboteur description. So it gives you an overview of who are your saboteurs. Do you self-sabotage? That's the title of it. And then I can send you some information about that and how you can sell you a link so you can sign up for that. And then it will give you an overview. And then at the end, if you choose to, you can do a small assessment that actually gives you who are your saboteurs. Like, it gives you on a scale of 1 to 10, and all 9 of them, and it gives you which the strongest, and then you can read up on why they're the strongest and how that works.
Oh my gosh, that sounds that sounds so enlightening, is being able to do that. So thank you for that. I appreciate all
You're
of this.
welcome.
Oh, Denise. So it's been wonderful just chatting with you. Thanks for being my first live of the year. Thank you to those who have listened in. Lisa Santiago McNeil has joined us and said, power of the positive, when you were talking about that.
Wonderful.
So it's been wonderful being here with you, and I look forward to chatting with you again online soon when we can, Denise.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much, and welcome back into your hometown, and go back to your habits.
I will. I'm ready. I'm in, everybody. So, hey, everyone, I look forward to seeing you at the next edition of Let's Talk Networking, where we always cheer each other on and help each other grow. So thanks, Denise, and thank you to you all. See you next time.
See you next time.